Welcome back, dear viewers. And now we are joined over the phone by Engineer Mostafa Waly, former Director of the Federation of Industries. Good morning. Good morning, Engineer Mostafa.
Good morning.
So, sir, as we are talking about the manufacturing of the metro train and the first local Egyptian electric car in Egypt, so can you tell us more about the importance of these new industries? To what extent it will help in the local market?
First of all, having such project and getting it in operation to the limit that we now producing and manufacturing according to the standard specifications.
Yes.
For such very important for our daily life and for our economy at large, such vehicles and with such engineering background and technological background. This is actually very, very promising and very makes you happy. We should be proud of it. And we are looking for more, for sure, by time.
Yes. So to what extent does the law of halting or stopping the import of used electric cars contribute into domestic auto industry?
Of course, that's another field actually, which is very, very promising, and there is a lot of good signs and very promising signs for the future in this very important sector. This is the latest trend in the world, that's all. And the issue of having electric vehicles is a main issue for the whole economic and scientific research, and it is taken care of by every country, by every nation thinking of, especially with the effect of the global warming and the importance of transportation of reducing the global warming effect. So we could be like many other countries. In this case, we are starting together, and luckily enough and thankful that we have the basics when it comes to the engineering background, the capacity to proceed and to start and get along with many of developing countries, our developed countries.
Yes.
in this field, because there are some good news and actualities on the ground in Egypt for the importance and how the Egyptian people and Egyptian authorities and on all levels are taking care of the future of this kind of automotive. It's a revolution to have an electric vehicle at large, from transportation to private cars. This will be great. And the more we are in this, the more we will see actually, we will feel the effect, in everything when it comes to the economy of transportation at large, especially when it comes to applying the electric systems.
So, sir, in your opinion, the future is for the electric cars, and do you think that the cars that depends on gas will disappear from the market in the near future?
Let's be practical. I mean, nothing actually in all the statistics of this very, very important field. It itself is very, very important as a product and as means of transportation, and it's essential. There are some economies that are based totally on this kind of product. I think nobody can claim that it could be soon. I mean, soon in the sense of few decades to come. Although there are some benchmarks for dates where, we should eliminate, according to some studies and some slogans from the United Nations, environmental authorities and environmental institutions, that there will be a limit soon for fossil fuels at large in operating, fueling, or in driving with general. I myself don't believe that it will be that soon. But anyway, the work to reach this point and reach this date is serious and taken seriously by every institution, even those who are, all their economy history was based on manufacturing, fuel, traditional fuel, driven or fuel, drive, whether it's diesel or gas, gasoline. I don't think, but everybody's working hard to reach this point when it comes to that electric car.
So what distinguishes electric car from the normal cars?
Oh, the most important distinction or difference is that where you have, the main power coming from that to which is making the car move or the vehicle move is fossil fuel, is gasoline or gas or diesel.
To save energy.
But the other is just electric. You have an electric motor, you have it in there, and so there is no emission. I mean, there is no gas coming out. I mean, exhaust gas. There is nothing. It's only a battery. Then battery is actuating, is moving electric motor, which drives the car or the vehicle. That's the main difference, and it's everything actually when it comes to this point.
So, sir, to what extent does electric car industry project contribute to building the capabilities of car engineers, designers, and manufacturers?
I'm sorry, just the start of the question, please, once again.
To what
please.
extent does the electric car industry project contribute to building capabilities of car engineers, designers, and manufacturers?
You mean here in Egypt, in our country?
Yes.
Sure. This will be a great contribution, at all levels, from starting, they know the basics of engineering when it comes to this kind of production or this kind of machinery, and then the application of the whole process downstream to build and design and then manufacturing. This is a great field, taking into consideration and the development of the artificial intelligence, and the capacities which we can get out of this, which will make things much more accurate. The production capacity will be much more, and the accuracy will be much, and that's very, very big field,
So, sir, can you shed light on the importance of building more industrial complexes in the coming period to face the local demand?
You mean also for electric automotive, yes?
The industrial complexes for different products here in Egypt. The importance of building more industrial complexes in the coming period to face
in general, you mean in general?
Yes, in general.
Absolutely. This is a trend now in Egypt, and I was following it. It's great. Now, no one single area in Egypt. I mean, from Upper Egypt down to the North Egypt and the West and the East of Egypt, where you will find complex. I mean, industrial complex, industrial areas with all the facilities there. And this is great, there is a world record actually in building such areas and facilitating its, supplying its needs, to be an industrial setup and successful story. We should concentrate more and more to get into specific and higher, what's called more specific engineering and more sophisticated engineering industries, because this will give us a very good edge when it comes to the future in export, and also create for us new markets. And the added value for such products will be great. So we need some specific areas where we know what we call precision engineering should be there, precision industries. So I agree with you. It's very important.
Yes, so Engineer Mostafa, also, how do you see the importance of participation of Egyptian university students in international competitions in stimulating innovation and innovators, building technological capabilities, and mobilizing young national experiences in different fields to motivate young innovators to be more productive in the coming period?
This is a very important role, and we should appreciate it, and we should call for it and increase and, facilitate the best to get out of it. Because simply, I mean, if we put it in very few words,
Yes.
Getting your youth, highly educated youth, and they are in the university, and then they are about to be graduates, and they got the ambition, and they got the zeal, and the power and the interest to be coping with the latest in the world when it comes to engineering and technology. And then, such meetings and such cooperation, such seminars or events where our youth, especially of this engineering and technological sector in our education, to get together with what's going on in the world, whether here in Egypt or outside of Egypt, and to witness this and participate in it, that's really great. I am very, very happy to know, and even I followed up to close extent that there was some very good events just lately even, where our youth from higher institutes and from universities were participating even in this automotive business. I mean, electric car shows and the electric cars rallies and the electric car competitions, even outside of Egypt, And in Egypt there are some events where everything of this production and this issue is displayed, and and if we follow up even just lately, the Minister of Higher Education and a lot of the top professors of engineering, and especially when it comes to the sector of mechanical and automotive engineering, are taking care of participating events, and it was successful. And I was very, very happy actually to know that even some of them, few of them, from this university, they got a very advanced ranking in these competitions outside Egypt.
So finally, Engineer Mostafa, what are the challenges that still face industrial sector here in Egypt and need the government intervention?
Well, of course, the government intervention is needed in every aspect, until everything is put in place and, getting it what you call natural momentum. Of course, we need more and more of, technical and engineering. I'm talking technical concentration for certain courses in the universities and even in higher industrial schools. Because we are badly needed for a higher degree and a higher technical level of our graduates in all levels. So the more we can afford, the government can afford and allocate and encourage, working at large in this field and supporting it financially and for human capacity. This is what we need. I'm talking now about this technical sector, because this is actually what we need. This will contribute directly to the economy as well.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Engineer Mostafa Waly, former Director of the Federation of Industries. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Dear viewers, short break and we'll be back.